Thank you, everybody, for watching the video. And this new series that I'm going to do is movies that I'm watching for the first time. There's a lot of classic movies out in the universe that are amazing movies that I honestly haven't watched. So I'm going to have a film series where I'm reviewing and talking about classic movies. The first one I'm going to do is The Red Balloon. It's a short film. It runs about 30 minutes. It was produced in 1956 and is a Technicolor movie. Now, to be honest with you, I watched this one as a little kid in elementary school. I don't know why my teachers showed us the red balloon in elementary school, but I saw it a few times in elementary school. But this is the first time that I sat back and watched it as an adult. So I wanted to give my take, kind of introduce this new series, and then we'll go into it. The red balloon starts with a little kid just kind of walking down these stairs. He sees a red balloon that's like on a light fixture, and he climbs up this little light fixture. He grabs a red balloon, and then he starts running with it and having a good time. And it's interesting. I would say the first 10 minutes of the movie when he is running around with this balloon, the people that are interacting with him don't seem to be knowledgeable that they're in a movie. Because if you notice it when you're watching it, some of the people that are like at the bus stop and walking down the street and all this stuff when he is running with the balloon, the way that they interact with him is kind of like, do they even know that they're in a movie? Because it almost seems like a social experiment. Or there's so much commotion that they're looking around like, what's going on? Like it is interesting, and that kind of caught my attention. Where it's like, I don't know if these people think they're in a movie or if they were told to act like they don't know that they're in a movie. So I don't know, but I don't know if somebody's acting is that good where they can just act like they don't know what's going on. But is yeah interesting. Put that in the description box below, and let's talk about it and see what you guys think about that first part. So, as he's trying to go through his day, he goes to school. He talked to some random guy and asked him to hold his balloon while he goes to school. That's always a chuckle to me. It's like, here, could you hold my balloon while I go to school? And then the next scene is just him running out with the balloon, so you never actually see the guy like standing there with the balloon. I thought it'd be pretty funny, but so after that, the kids that go to his school seem to notice that he is running around with this balloon. And this balloon is sort of interacting with him as well. Now, I can't speak for it being the first production to use a green screen technology, but it's definitely being used in 1956 in the short film The Red Balloon. So I don't know if you guys know, and you guys put it in the comments below if you guys know what the first movie to use green screen technology is, but they definitely used it in this movie in 1956, which is awesome because color was just introduced a few years before then with Technicolor. So it's awesome seeing that they were using green screen technology in 1956. So pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments below about maybe the first movie that you know of that used green screen technology. So anyway, going back is the kid is going throughout his day. This balloon is interacting with him and just keeps following him around the city. These kids start a little bit at a time noticing that he's running around with this balloon and it doesn't leave his side. And the group seems to be getting larger and larger and larger and larger. And then all of a sudden, there's 20 or 30 kids that are stalking him, trying to grab his balloon. And then the numbers game just kind of is not in his favor. So they finally grab him, and they try to take the balloon. The balloon gets away. And he's calling out to the balloon, balloon, come in, it's me. And then finally he gets the balloon, and then he's running around these little streets and crevices and everything, and then the mob gets him again. And one of the kids has a slingshot, and he slingshots it with a rock, and you see the balloon starts kind of losing shape, and it's kind of bubbling a little bit. And you know that there's a direct hit, and that balloon is losing air. So the little kid is devastated. These kids just wanted to grab his balloon and pop it. I mean, they're evil kids. So then all of a sudden, when this balloon falls to the ground and it's pretty much done, all these balloons just shoot up in the air, like thousands of balloons. Like they're leaving like balloon stands, they're leaving little kids' hands, like thousands of these balloons just start shooting up in the air. And then all these balloons sort of just kind of keep hovering and hovering and hovering and go right to the little kid. And the little kid is grabbing all these little strings, and he grabs all these little strings, and the balloons start pulling him up, sort of like Mary Poppins style. And then he grows up, and he's up in the air, and he kind of flies away. And that's how the movie ends. So it had a happy ending, even though that all the bullies took out his balloon. So so this is, the runtime is like 30 minutes, so it's a short watch. If anybody's I've never seen The Red Balloon. It definitely has messages. It has messages of friendship. It has messages of really I'm trying to come up with the words. Basically, you don't appreciate something until it's gone. I think that's probably the biggest message. Because at first he liked the balloon, and then the balloon was bothering him, and then the bullies came, and then he saved the balloon from the bullies until the end, when the bullies kind of gained the upper hand and they killed the balloon. So it's one of those things where you kind of see this little transition in a 30-minute movie. So I mean, it's definitely good storytelling and doing it in 30 minutes. So The Balloon is one of my favorite short films, and for to be nominated and won an Academy Award for a short film, which doesn't happen very often. I don't know anything off the top of my head where a short film won an Academy Award. So it's a pretty wonderful short film. The kids can watch it, adults can watch it, and remember how, maybe they watched it in elementary school, which I still don't understand why the teachers would show this to us. It's a cute movie, but it was kind of like, okay, it's movie day. Maybe it was because it was a safe movie, and it's not really gonna offend anybody. It's not really there's no cursing in it. It's literally a kid that has a balloon and he's protecting it, and then they pop the balloon at the end, and then he flies away with thousands of balloons. So the Red Balloon is definitely a classic. It's one of my favorites, and one of the ones that I remember watching as a little kid in school. So hope you guys liked the video. I'm definitely going to do more of these movies, reviews and talks about movies that I haven't seen before. I think the next one I'm going to do is Raging Bull. I don't ever remember watching Raging Bull, so I'm definitely going to check out Raging Bull. I'm going to watch Raging Bull, and kind of do another talk like this, and we can talk Raging Bull. We can talk Citizen Kane. There's all kinds of movies that I honestly have never seen, and I definitely want to check out. So thank you, everybody, for watching the video, and we will talk to you in the next one.